Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. I believe it is correct to stay on track. Again, I'm not worried about these short-term problems that won't happen again. Long-term ideas are really important to me, and the most important thing that's changed in the last 3 months is how people in Washington feel about crypto. They used to be very negative about it, but now they're neutral or positive about it. I don't think that's been priced into the market yet. Yes, I believe we will reach $100 billion by the end of 2025. Based on what I see in the market, I think we might do better than that. In several posts on the social networking site X, Bitwise CIO Matt Hugin has given us encouraging news about Ethereum ETFs and Ethereum. Within 18 months of SEC approval and trade, he thought these ETFs would get $15 billion in net entries. Hugin, a famous expert on exchange-traded funds, ETFs, and financial technology, looked at the market caps for Bitcoin and Ethereum and said that buyers would put about the same amount of money into each ETP. Hugin really knows a lot about cryptocurrency-based spot ETFs and how they can change the cryptocurrency industry in the US and around the world. That's why he thinks Bitcoin and Bitcoin ETFs will reach $250,000 in 2025, which is a huge price increase. Jamin Curry recently talked about crypto in nutshells. He is even more optimistic about Ethereum, which he thinks will likely reach new all-time highs later this year after spot Ethereum ETFs are officially approved. The channel on YouTube Hugin tells Curry that he is very optimistic about Ethereum, spot Ethereum, and Bitcoin ETFs, as well as the cryptocurrency industry in 2024 and beyond. One reason is that changes in altcoin prices will be more noticeable than changes in Bitcoin prices, even though demand for Ethereum ETFs will be lower than demand for Bitcoin ETFs. After the US elections in November, the CEO of Bitwise talks about Solana ETFs, regulation, and the future of the cryptocurrency business. If you like this video, give the station a thumbs up and turn on post alerts to see more. Of course, we kind of talked about the inflow number, which is just my history with ETFs, not just gold. I've worked in that space for 15 years and built the first data system in that space, which is this staircase method you see. So we looked at how much money came into these Bitcoin ETFs in the beginning, and it's not hard to get to that number. And because these ETFs are so great, it might be even easier than it looks. Our ETF costs 20 basis points, which is half of what the biggest gold ETF costs. It's a great deal, and other service providers are in the same area. I think it will be easy to reach that number since these are great goods. What that means, it's kind of a mix of art and science, maybe more art than science. I believe that if you look at Bitcoin's price gains and how it has traded over time, you will see that it has traded the same way since the ETF began. As you may know, net ETF flows eat up more than all the Bitcoin that is created. That means ETFs need to buy Bitcoin from people who already want to get rid of it. You can also see how old the coins are and where people have felt safe selling them in the past. I also believe it's very likely that we will blow past all-time highs for purchases and the $100,000 mark. These are the next two behavioral cliffs, and people may sell at those points. Once Bitcoin hits this $250,000 level, I don't think it will stop until there is another behavioral wall. And I'd also like to add that if you believe Bitcoin's 4-year cycle history, it seems likely that you'll get to a price 3 or 4 times what it was last year. I don't know, you have to think that either the past isn't like this or the future won't be like this to think that we won't get to these levels. It seems likely to reach $250,000 then. There is a chance that it will go up or down. Being a pundit means you have to pick a number. If I were a trader, I wouldn't do that. It looks like that level is fine. I believe we will succeed. I believe we should be happy with those numbers, right? It's important to keep in mind that Ethereum only makes up about 25% of the market for Bitcoin and Ethereum together. We're talking about something that looks a lot like the market cap and flows. As a result, price is what people care about. There are many things that affect how flows become prices, but size is the most important one. Yes, they should be. If they reach the numbers James and I are talking about, it will be a historic event. To say it again, these would be the second most successful ETFs ever. That's pretty good. I think some people are scared because Ethereum futures ETFs had a rough start when they first came out a few years ago. Bitcoin futures ETFs did very well. Even though they came out in the middle of a bear market, Ethereum futures ETFs didn't do very well. I also believe that someone who buys a futures ETF is not the same person who buys an Ethereum ETF. Just like everyone else, I think that if buyers can choose between Bitcoin and Ethereum, they will buy both. EU has ETFs for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. The market is worth about $75.25. There are ETFs for both Bitcoin and Ethereum in Canada. The market is worth about $75.25. You can buy Bitcoin and Ethereum on both centralized and decentralized sites, but the market price is $75.25 right now. This is the number that people see everywhere. A lot of people want Bitcoin. There are people who want Ethereum. That's what I think we'll see. I also think they'll be a big success. Now they could. The first few days might be strange because ETH, the grayscale product, is going to leak, and Bitcoin ETFs were weird in their early days. The price of Bitcoin dropped from $50 to $40, but we don't remember the exact amount. And everyone thought Bitcoin ETFs were a waste of money. They're not going anywhere. Then what do you think? All-time sales were at an all-time high, and the price went through the roof. If everything is okay, I wouldn't worry. A few weeks have passed. The ETFs are likely to do well. Advisor is someone we talk to every day. They want to know more about Ethereum. They've been for a long time. They really like ETFs. A lot of people will be interested if we can put those together. That's our point of view, then. We believe that it will work out. Since the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission changed its mind about Ethereum ETFs in May, people think Solana will be the next cryptocurrency to get spot NFTs. Hugin doesn't believe that will happen right away though, like many buyers do. The Bitwise CIO says that spot Solana ETFs in the US are not likely to be approved anytime soon. Hugin is certain that this will happen again. But he believes that the cryptocurrency business needs stricter rules and more acceptance by the general public. He says that there has never been an accepted commodity ETF that wasn't trading on a regulated futures market. This is true not only in crypto but everywhere. He says this is not likely to happen until there are new crypto regulations, changes in the SEC, or other market events. This is because there is a market in Solana right now. As they talked, Hugin also brought up the upcoming US elections and how they might affect crypto. He also talked about how crypto goes through cycles every 4 years. Here are some more film clips. Things will be the same. I believe it's really important. If you ask Crypto Twitter, who are experts in this field, what they think about this from an outside institutional point of view, they only see crypto and want to have a diversified portfolio of crypto assets, just like they want a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds. They don't want to bet on just one thing. I spent a lot of time explaining how Bitcoin is different for ETH and how it can be used in different ways, but most institutions will just say, oh, there's Bitcoin and ETH. I'll market cap weight them both because I want them both.